Hey guys, welcome to another video of mine, Squad AA, and this is your preview for the Chelsea versus Huddersfield game, which will be taking place tomorrow afternoon, 3 PM kickoff at Stamford Bridge at home against Huddersfield, bottom of the league. Huddersfield sit bottom of the league, picking up 11 points from their last 13 games, and they haven't got a victory since November. Now here's a stat for you: Manchester City scored more goals in January 2019 than Huddersfield in the whole of 2018. I mean, an astonishing stat. They cannot score a goal to save their life. It's as if this game is perfect to bounce back after such a poor, dire performance, and that's probably an understatement. It was disgusting, and I still not really over it. I mean, it was a horror show. I thought it was a nightmare. I couldn't believe it. I struggled to sleep that night, and I was devastated. I was completely devastated. It was a hard pill to swallow, but there's a lot to cover in this preview. Obviously, going over Sarri's press conference, I'll be giving you what he said. I'll give you, my thoughts on it. But no, he's such a likeable man. That's what I've got to mention. He's an honourable man. He's honest. He's down to earth, and he's fantastic. We love you, Sarri. But what he said was very, very touching. And obviously, there was a clip that was released last night when he was confronted by the fans at Bournemouth. But I'll be getting into the video. But regarding us, we have to win this. I mean, there is no excuse. If we do not get 3 points and it has to be a convincing performance, then he's lost the dressing room. I'm sorry, it's confirmed. He has to get the 3 points. I'm sorry. There's no excuse whatsoever. If we don't win, then God help us, because I don't know what we're going to do next. Now, regarding Sarri's press conference, it was a very, very interesting one. Now, obviously, he was posed with lots of questions, uneasy questions, as expected, but he answered them pretty well. Fair play to the guy. Obviously, there was one asking him, should Kante and Jorginho swap? He gets asked this every single time. And he said no, he's not going to. However, if there's a situation in the game where, he's trying to defend the result, he might stick Kante in a DM role for the last 20 minutes. So, he's trying to work on his in-game management. But what the key factor here is, everyone is complaining about his in-game management, but he's just come into the team. He hasn't had a proper pre-season with Chelsea, and what he's trying to do is trying to implement his philosophy and ideas into the squad. Now, he's trying to get all the first team up to speed tactically, and he wants the team to understand his philosophy and play football. Now, we've been off the ball completely recently, and he doesn't want to make, plan Bs or any changes, etc. to the system, because he wants the players to get 100% used to the system, which is completely understandable. And I get what Sarri's doing, but sometimes his in-game management, the other night when he stuck Giroud on for Higuain, where he could have put two, maybe switched in formation, would have been more better. But I can also understand the other side of the argument that, he's trying to get his players adapted to the system. It's understandable, and understand his philosophy of football. He was also asked, about should he have a plan B. Now, he said that we're talking about Barcelona 10 years ago, how they had a plan A, they played beautiful football, they won all the trophies, they were one of the best teams the world has ever seen, and he's trying to get Chelsea to where he's at. Now, he did mention that the process that he's trying to build is going to be fantastic once it's done, but it's going to take a very long time. And he basically told the Chelsea fans to be patient. I've said this to you guys in how many videos, countless videos. Trust the process. Believe in the process. It will take time. We will see more results like Bournemouth, your Tottenhams, your Leicesters along the way. It's going to hurt, of course, but that's the part of it. We're moving away from the short-termism, the short-sighted view of instant success, because it's not going to work anymore. The club are moving in a new direction, and we have to accept it. It's as simple as that. For the next 2 years, we're going to have to accept it. You saw Liverpool, mentioning about Liverpool, how Klopp came 5 years ago. They came mid-table in his first season. Pep Guardiola, first season Man City, unlimited funds, bought so many young talent, Leroy Sané, Ilkay Gundogan, John Stones, came third place and got absolutely smacked and slipped left, right and centre. 4-0 to Everton in his first season, 5-3 to Leicester in his first season, got smacked left, right and centre. And, it's going to happen. It's expected. It's expected because this is the first season. He's trying to get players adapted. Remember, he's transitioning Chelsea from a defensive counter-attacking style of football to a more attacking style brand of football. Now, that is not easy by any means, because those players, their mechanism is to play defensive counter-attacking football. Now, I'll be honest, we were probably the best team in the world, defensively, probably one defending and then going on the counter. We're one of the best teams. Now, switching that completely and roles reversing and trying to get us to play attacking is a completely different story, and it's going to take much more time. So I understand what he's doing, and the sad thing is, the players' mentality. I've got to mention this. The mentality is not there. I'm sorry. Some of those players need to hang their heads in shame, and they're so inconsistent. You can tell half of them don't give a toss. I mean, look at the start of the season. You know, Liverpool, Man City, Octobers or Septembers. We're playing beautiful football. You could see they were understanding Sarri's ideas. They're moving in triangles, press resistant, beating the press, and then transitioning quickly from defence to attack. That's what Sarri ball is. We're fantastic. But then we've dropped off the ball. Poor performances. The mentality's dropped. We've been starting games really slowly. Other teams have been aggressive. And as soon as we go 1-0 down, that's it. The game's set and match. How many times this season have we gone 1-0 down and we can't win the game? The mentality, the heads drop. We revert to Conte ball, Jose ball, you know, Jose Mourinho football's defensive style of football, just hoof the ball up forward. And they all panic. They're relying on individual brilliance. But what the problem is we have to stick to our guns, stick to what Sarri is telling us, stick to Sarri's instructions, and understand that the more that we try and go back to our old ways, our old methods, the longer it's going to take to be able to get used to Sarri's work. So, like I said, we just have to believe in the process. It's going to take a long time, like he said in the press conference. But, you know, I believe in his work. It's going to be hard, of course. But once it's complete, it's going to be magical. Look, we've got examples. Barcelona 10 years ago, Liverpool currently, and Man City. We've got prime examples that not only attacking football can bring joy to the fans, but can also bring silverware. So, you know, there's already proof, there's already evidence. The proof is in the pudding. We have to trust in Sarri. But the question is, has he lost the dressing room? And will he be given time by the board? That's the main question. I understand that, you know, the board have said at the start of the season they're going to be backing him, but let's see, because they said that with Jose, they said that with Conte, it didn't work. We're going to have to wait and find out. But the other question is, like I said, if we do not get the 3 points against Huddersfield, and if we do not win convincingly, he's lost the dressing room. 1000% he's lost the dressing room. I hope that's not the case. I hope we beat Huddersfield convincingly. We are at home as well. I think apart from Leicester, we haven't lost at home this season. So it's going to be very interesting, but I'm expecting a massive reaction. I'm expecting your 3 or 4-0. You know, Huddersfield have been extremely poor. No disrespect to them, but they are a championship side. Let's be honest, they are going to go down. They've been poor. They cannot score a goal. We should be keeping a clean sheet for this game. But yeah, no, but fair play. Now, regarding the clip yesterday that was released at Bournemouth, Sarri confronted the fan. He could have easily just ignored the fan. He went up to him. The fan was like, "You should resign. How can you not motivate the players?" He said, "I'm deeply sorry. I understand your frustration. You are completely right." He shook the man's head multiple times. He apologised so many times. And fair play to Sarri, because that takes guts and bravery. He could have easily walked down like Jose would have, like Conte would have. But no, he stayed because he understands. He's come from banking, gone through the grassroots. He's gone up through the system normally. And he's understood what it means to be a fan, because he was a fan himself. He understands the frustration. He used to be working class. So he understands what it means. He understands the anger. I'm sure that he was hurt by the result. I'm sure he was angry and furious. And that's the problem. I'm leading on to our next point. Some of those players in that dressing room don't give a toss. They don't give a shit. Maybe apart from Bart Aspie and Luis, who actually care. Luis went up to the fans. He held his badge and said, "I'm deeply sorry." Some fans were telling him, fuck off. And he said, "Please don't say that." He had bravery to go up to the away fans and apologise. Aspie coming out saying, "We're going to bounce back." He knows what it means. You can tell Aspie would be hurt. But apart from that, I cannot mention how many other players would even care. Hazard just stormed down the tunnel. You know, Willian stormed down the tunnel. Jorginho stormed down the tunnel. Emerson, Rudiger, they all stormed down the tunnel. There is no leaders, there's no backbone, there's no spine in this team. And until we sort out the mentality of this team, there's no point focusing on tactical side of things. Now, Sarri said, you know, he's going to work on some tactics, because sometimes the positioning of the players, 4 or 5 players, are away from goal, and they have to go deep into the midfield to be able to pick up the ball and move. So he's going to work on that tactically. There's something Sarri needs to work on. His in-game management, obviously, he's going to tweak a few things tactically. But he's trying to build a process, and you can see glimpses of it. But the one thing that Sarri cannot fix is the mentality of this first 11 and the mentality of this squad. This squad has no bottle. The mentality has to come with the players, that fire inside them. The fact they want to win every game. There's nothing. They just crumble. And I'm hoping for a massive reaction tomorrow against Huddersfield. We better be getting the 3 points, and we better perform convincingly. Hopefully we do get the 3 points, because it's desperately needed. We need to get back into that top 4 and make sure our goal difference is much more superior than United and Arsenal. But you know what? I think we're going to be able to do it. I'm going to go 4-0 Chelsea. I might be being bold and brave here. Could be foolish, but I'm going 4-0 Chelsea. Leave me your score predictions in the comment section below. If you did enjoy this preview, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel if you're new around here. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter. I'm very active on there. Link in the description. And I'll see you guys for the next video. Peace.